know, something like, it's just funny. Like this area is a little weird. Like you could look the same, like this, the way I look. But if you're lighter than me, if you're white, they don't give a fuck about you. But if you're brown or dark, or they'd be like terrified. Who is this guy? Who's this creature? Hella weird, bro. But it's funny, like you see all these white kids, like, do they walk how they want to walk, or they do what the fuck they want to do, popping willies, you know what I mean? Almost hitting elderly and all kind of shit. But it's funny. So I've never ever been in this level of medical condition to the point where, like, back of my head is like numb. In my ear, I hear a pulse beat. I looked it up to see what it was, so I realized it's an ear infection in the middle part of my ear. So that is something I'm not too worried about because I'm dealing with, I'm maintaining it with the drops, ear drops and all that, right? But I got a doctor's appointment next week with my primary care on Friday. So by that time, I should be okay. By that time, she could do the job and get it all done and over with, right? Now, until then, it sucks because I'm like dizzy sometimes. I can't hear in what ear. I can't hear in one side of my ear, which is the right side. That shit is, I don't know how to explain it, bro. I've never been in this condition where, like, this medical health stuff, like, you gotta be patient. You cannot speed up the process, Like, back in the days, you lose a job, break up, or, go through some shit, in your life. That's easy, right? I could speed up the process for that because instead of, like, taking my time walking every day trying to heal, I'd go run and I'd be all right? But even with a job, I'd go do side hustle. I wouldn't wait for a fucking job to call me, I'd go sell bikes. Those were easy for me to, like, overcome. But this, you cannot. You just got to sit your ass down and fucking be patient. It takes up to 2 to 3 weeks for it to heal. It's only been 2 weeks so far. So, I'm going to wait it out till next week. And then next week after that is going to be, like, the internal work that my doctor is supposed to do, They will, probably. So, until then, I'm still enjoying what I love to do. It's just like, still, being able to assemble bikes and, drive out of town, not too far away, but, I can go and get, just things I want to get done, like go estate sale shopping and stuff like that, and go to the farm. And I'm still able to do those things. I could do that. I don't need, like, major help. But the truth is, like, it's no fun, bro. It's not fun for me because I'm so used to being active and so used to doing several things, different things, I'm, like, always moving, right? I'm always constantly, doing something. I'm hustling, or, I know I'm hustling, but I'm talking about, like, when it comes to, like, either it's basketball, martial arts, cycling, running, hiking, hitting the weights, Right now I could only do bare minimum, like rap. So I kind of go back to my old raps and try to edit some stuff, That's all I can do. Those are my outlets. Everything that I do is an outlet. Rap is an outlet. Running's an outlet. It's not to showcase. It's not trying to be the rap artist. I'm just a rapper, I'm a lyricist, People get it twisted. The word lyrical, they think if you're lyrical, I think if you're a lyricist, you could pretty much rap any style. You could rap fast, slow. You could rap about substance, meaningful raps. You could rap about just obnoxious rap, battle rap. You're a lyricist, you can rap any style, you feel me? But a rapper is just like, more like, what type of rapper, Because they have just one style, You see? So, as a lyricist, people think you're supposed to rap about, like, metallic hawk talent, knock socks off balance. Like, you don't have to, like, rap all like that. It's just like, it's just, you can still sound lyrical, Who the hell want to battle? I'm an ill mathematical. My motherfucking brain's not being compatible. They think that's lyricist because you're using big words or you're having metaphors towards, things that are brainy, like IBM compatible, No, I could sound hella lyrical, Holler at this chick. She was alright. In fact, she was hittable, splittable, quick get riddable, So it's like, see, you could sound lyrical, but I'm just saying a simple thing. I'm just like, you could hit on her. Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Spit game. Huh? You could split that and quick get riddable. Meaning, like, she's not a wifey type. She's just, a girl to have a good time with. Just like dudes get used by women, You're just a fucking sugar daddy. You're just a fucking ATM machine. You just break me bread. You know, I'm not crazy about you. You feel me? After I use you, motherfucker, you out. You feel me? It goes both ways. So I don't want to look at it this way, where to a point when people show me their favorite rapper and shit, I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you see, it's like, it's hard. I'm sorry, friends, but it's hard for me to like what you guys show me, though. It is very extremely hard. You're not Michael Joseph. That's why, you know. Look, bro, if you like, name one nigga that you know that run a marathon, right? Does his mental work without joining any groups, cultural organizations, or any support group, right? Who could spit bars, right? Name one motherfucker that's like street, corporate, and have emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, bro, none of you motherfuckers know anyone like that in real life. You feel me? Like, y'all gotta like, you guys, in order to have like get a person put together like that, you gotta have like all these three, four different people. You gotta have an influencer like David Goggins. Then you have to have, you know, a rapper who's like, you know, so David Goggins can't rap. So I know, you know, that just pushes a, like, can't compare me to him. Sorry. I know he's a great guy. He's dope. I respect him. He's a real American and all, but it's not something I get motivated by. You know, like I have to be motivated by somebody who came to a country from another country and had to learn English and did what I did, but without joining a group. David Goggins still joined Navy SEAL. I didn't join nothing. I just roll with the punches. You feel me? From Richmond, California, Oakland, to right here in West Hills. You know, I'm my own man, bro. You know? You feel me? Like, yeah, when I was a kid, you know, under 18 and shit, I had, like, you know, heroes. Of course I did. Pierce Brosnan, Tupac Shakur, Bruce Lee, Kurt Angle, you know, of course. But you see how I don't really try to be just like one of them? You know? I just adapt to some parts of what they are or what they represented, you know? Like, that's it. That's all I can say, you know? And Bruce Lee had challenges, you know, him being a multi-race, you know, even though he was, I think, born here, yeah, born in San Francisco. So he had trouble being Chinese, and they were like treating him like a foreigner and just put him in a box. That's the Asian thing, right? And India is part of Asia. So I kind of relate. And also Bruce Lee has a lot of like philosophy, right? Like, his philosophy is dope, you know? It's just beyond fighting, right? So you take someone like Tupac, help me find my voice, Tupac, you know what I mean? Because also not knowing how to speak English, nervous, you know, going to DMV, I don't know what to ask. Like Pac gave me the ability to, like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck the world, just be yourself. So in that way, I took certain people, you know, it wasn't my plan to, but that's what I chose to relate in that, for that reason about them, you know. See, a lot of folks, like, I like MJ, you know, they'll tell you, even like girls, like, I like MJ when he's like a gentleman type, you know. When he acts ghetto, I don't like MJ. You see, not everybody likes Tupac, and I understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they don't even know that the man is even intelligent. They only focus on the thug life part. They don't even know he's like hyper intelligent, book smart, you know what I mean? Like, just, he can have a conversation with an engineer and a street motherfucker at the same time, you know? So, and that's okay. People are only going to like you for a certain amount of reasons, and it's okay for them not to like you for all these reasons. And that's what I had to understand about myself. Like, wait a minute. Some people like me because I came to LA. I'm going after my dream to become an actor, right? But they don't give a fuck about my challenges in the journey, the things that I get done, right? The car service, all the shit that I got done for my car, you know what I mean? And little things like that, like car service, and how, you know, I was financially, you know, set back, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I had to like work hella hard, work for Uber, but then as I was working, I was making people laugh, you know what I mean? Like, also a comedian, an athlete, a comedian, a fucking rapper, all that put together. You motherfuckers don't know one person. It doesn't even have to be Indian. It's just a person, bro. You don't know one dude who could do it all. Exactly. But I won't get the credit from the people I know until they start seeing me on TV, and the TV's telling the world, wow, this is the new American. Here we go. Michael Joseph. Like, he could fucking kill it in fitness. He speaks his mind. but also the kid has a lot of wisdom, you know? So if anyone asks me who was I motivated by 100%, me. I was motivated by that Indian kid who came from South India, got lost in the hood in Richmond, and he made his way up to make it this far here, you know, to LA, right? Neglected by fucking Indian race, you feel me? You know, it's like, even the hood motherfuckers didn't like me. It's like, damn, it's crazy, cuz, you know, they will go, certain people in the hood, you gotta understand about something, right? This is how they put you in a box, like they keep forgetting that my name is still Michael Joseph. I'm not Mike from Richmond anymore, you know? I'm still Michael Joseph, bro. I still have the chance to become Michael Joseph, you know? What is y'all waiting for? Me to become Michael Joseph? Right? But what about the time I'm Mike, MJ, and Michael? You see? Those are all you, parts of you. It is. Look, everyone has identity crisis. We all go through that, right? But you have to say it. You have to express it. What was your challenge? How'd you overcome this, you know? Look, I'm overcoming that shit right now. I'm talking about this, you know? So with me, it's hard for me to like what y'all show me. It's hard for me to like certain type of rapper that you guys show me. I'm like, he's just a rapper, you know? Another fucking rapper, he up in his mouth, you know, Southside rappers down south. I'll be eating everything, them boneless tender chicken wings. Like, bro, ain't nothing cool about that, bro. It's just like, so. Another thing is, last but not least, a lot of people can't be me, you know? Your favorite rapper can't be me, motherfucker, you know? Your favorite actor can't be me. You know? Your favorite Indian friend, oh, no, any Indian friend you have, I'm motherfucking ain't Michael Joseph, bro, you know? You can't compare me to Michael Joseph, you know what I'm saying? Can't compare him to Michael Joseph, bro. Fuck that, you know? As far as everything that I do, rap, run, I cannot be compared to a runner. I cannot be compared to a rapper. I cannot be compared to a comedian. I cannot be compared to, you know, name it. I can't. That's dope. Like, even the mainstream artists, they're all limited with how they're supposed to be, who they have to be, who they should be, what they cannot be. They all are, bro. They're limited. They can't say certain things in interviews. It's a fucking game, bro. Acting world is a game. Rap world is a game. Rap game is, it's a game. You know? It's just like everybody get their turn. You feel me? So this is why they don't want the real person to be talking and be themselves and be true with who they are. True to who they are. They don't want that. Nobody does. Look, I tried to do modeling gigs. They only wanted me to be the tech Indian guy, this one company. Right? I wanted to go do some acting shit, to casting calls. And they asked me if I had any other talent. I said, yeah, I got bars, I can spit. So I spit raps, right? Why everybody in the room liked my rap? Except, well, actually, everyone liked it. But this dude is Mexican, you know, the type of Mexican dude is like purple hair, like whitewashed Mexican dude, kind of gay, right? He's Latin for sure, you know? They looked at him, he said, do you guys know anyone who looks like him, like a rap like him? Because I didn't have the hat on, I didn't dress like this. I had my hair down, like, looked like a fucking guru Indian. So I rapped some bars, the dude was like, wow. I really like the Superman part, you know? Clark Kent, Superman, you know, the little verse you said. So, guess what? He asked the dude, do you know anyone who raps like him? That looks like him? The dude said, yes. I'm like, I'm waiting for this, okay. I asked him, I'm like, who is it? Like, where's, and the guy said, where? He said, who is this guy? Then he said, oh, in high school, he raps like him. Wait a minute, bro. Okay, I'm still waiting for another reason, right? Another reason why that dude sounds like me. The dude asked him, you know, his worker, colleague, said, okay, so where's he from? The guy that raps like MJ or looks like him. He said, Ohio. Best believe that there's no motherfuckers in Ohio that is like Michael Joseph. Best believe that there's no motherfucker on earth that's like Michael Joseph. Just best believe there's nobody in California is like Michael Joseph. I just want to make that shit clear, bro. You for sure ain't got nobody in the Bay Area that's like Michael Joseph but me, right? What makes you think Ohio has a person like me? Ohio's a fucking weird ass fucking very white, closed-minded state. Come on, bro. You cannot, dude, there's no Indian dude. You cannot compare any Indian motherfucker to me, bro. Let it be the race. Let it be known. Like, not just that. You know, just in general, no human being is like Michael Joseph. I just want to make that shit clear with you motherfuckers. Don't compare me to any motherfuckers that you know, because that's it. You know, look, it's hard for me to like people that you guys show me because they're not as versatile as I am. You know, I'm okay being all these things. I'm okay expressing myself. They can't, you know. They became successful first by being one way. They became, you know, they were given a title, right? So the guy asked me, what is your rap name? I said, my rap name is gonna be Michael Joseph. You know, Michael Joseph. That's it. He's like, what? Get Michael Joseph? Get out of here. What? So you want me to have a weird ass rap name like Lil So-and-so, MJ, you know, MJ Bars or something? Come on, bro. They want you to be a gimmick. So what they could do is this. They could work with you, right? They collab, they work with you, your album, they help you work with your album, all these things. They give you a name and they tell you that MJ Bars work for us. We patent MJ Bars because we produced them. If you didn't do that, we wouldn't be the same, you know, he wouldn't be the same person he is, you know? So this is why you got to be careful by patenting your own style, bro. That's why I did my clothing. New American, Michael Joseph, you know? In order to be me or anything close to me, you literally have to come from another country and not speak English. You have to learn that in America. If you can't do that, or your favorite rapper, favorite actor never did that, that motherfucker ain't me, bro. So it's supposed to be harder for me. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be confusing. It's supposed to be exhausting, you know? It's supposed to be draining. It's supposed to be depressing, traumatizing, everything, you know? It's supposed to be. Because out of 100%, only 1% know that I'm real with who I am. You feel me? And they're like, that dude is different. They'll give you credit. They'll be like, MJ's like, is different though. He's hella different, you know? He can't be compared to anybody. So that's the part that some people actually don't like you. Even a rich person won't like me. He got a house, he got a dope job, all these things. Guess what? He still won't like me because he can't be me. Look, all these rappers, right? That sell these records, right? They still can't be Pac in real life. See where I'm coming from? They still can't be Pac, bro. So you know what's really gonna happen? I have a feeling now that Snoop Dogg bought Death Row, right? Snoop Dogg bought Death Row. I think that Snoop Dogg is about to sign Dre, and Dre is gonna be like this modern Pac, wannabe Pac, because he's got Tupac's Death Row chain. He's got Tupac's chain, bro. I think it's a chain on the medallion. So Tupac, he literally has that. So what I'm trying to tell you is something like that's gonna happen, and I feel it. And I'm not buying that shit. You know, I'm not, you know, I don't understand how a rap game has so much power. They can make you guys think and exaggerate with their world and project it to you and tell you that this is Tupac. He's like Tupac. No, bro. Nobody's Pac. You know what I'm saying? So everyone that, you know, I was looking up to, nobody could duplicate them. Nobody could duplicate Bruce Lee. Nobody could duplicate Pac. Nobody cannot duplicate, you know, copycat, Kurt Angle. You know, there's only one Kurt Angle. There's only one Pierce Brosnan. There's no one just like them. You know what I mean? It's like, nobody, bro. Nobody, cuz, you know, nobody. Just saying. That's what's dope, right? So Pierce Brosnan is one of those English dudes, like, where he actually plays like different characters. Like, he could play Native American, but other British people can't, you know? like Gray Owl. He played that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good. He could be the, you know, he could have the Russian accent too. He can mimic that. You know, he can get away with it. So it's like, that's dope. You know. So everyone that I admire, they cannot be duplicated. You know, because, you know, they're not no decoy. You know, they're like the original. So I like original people. Y'all like copycats in your generation. You guys like compare, like, say things like Boosie's like Tupac. Some people say down south he is, maybe because of how the girls be crying for him and all that. Like, bro, that's every black rap artist down south. They look like him, skinny as hell. Like just that his physique, the way they rap, his noise on beats. It's like he's only liked by one genre though. That's the thing. One types of people, like type of crowd. Not everybody listen to his ass. It's like the Pac, please. That boy's universal. You know what I'm saying? So this is why people are mad, because I took the parts that's going to benefit me, and as well as still respect my icons, right? And still be hella different. And I was able to do that because, one, when you don't have a dad in the house, you're trying to figure you out who you are as a man. Then you try to look up to your brothers, but then your brothers are looking up to fucking rappers and movie actors, right? And they're all talking about their friends, but they don't really have a dream. Your brothers don't have dreams. Your brothers don't want to be, they never did model shoots, they never like wanted to act, never took an acting class, an improv class. So there, you see? That's the thing, it cannot be compared to them because they don't understand my dream. You know, there's always those in the families, right? Like there's a dreamer, there's there's a snake, there's a whiner, there's a person who complains, there's a person who just have bullshit sob story so they can moosh money off you. It's like all these reasons that people have. Every family member has that. There's the ones that are jealous, you know, and friends have that too. In your friend circle, you all have that, you know, you all have that. Right now on your friend Facebook list, you guys have all haters. Yeah, everyone has haters. Everyone has people who are like following you just to be curious, but then they won't support you. Yeah, there's that, but I don't feed into that too much because I'm too busy being all these things. I'm too busy being, you know, the dude I got bars, a dude who's like ready to get his fitness going. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this was meant to be. This was like a punishment for me, I think. It was like, you know what? After this, you better not be fucking bragging how dope you are. Like, you're already dope, Michael. Like, your job is to make other people dope, you know? So that's what God is basically telling me right now. Like, he's like, your job is to allow humans to be themselves. Like, your job is to show them, your job is to guide them. Because you're not afraid to be who you are. You feel me? I've been the same fucking dude, bro. Same ambition. Look, bro, I fell off a few times. You know, I might have gained weight, you know, but I come back to me, like me, bro. The same dude. You know, after a relationship, I come back like me. All fucking just fully charged and ready to fucking boom rush through my fucking, you know, through this crowd and get to my dream. You know what I mean? Like, I come back all ambition, you know, with full ambition. You feel me? I never, like, when you really, like, I fell off, but I never folded. I never got folded, cuz, you know? So let's just make that shit clear. Folded is like when you're done. You know what I mean? I never said I'm done. You know what I mean? At times I felt that way. I almost did, but I'm glad I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And right now, like, I got everything I want, right? As far as like my living situation. I don't have to deal with, because I think when you live with people, family, friends, you share about your dreams to them. Like, you see the jealousy, like, damn, these motherfuckers. And they start talking about other actors that are already successful. The thing about women is, what happens with me and women is this. Women, y'all need to focus on your man when he's talking about how he had to overcome his past, you know, everything, drama, trauma, depression, right? And just tell him he did a good job. You know, when women try to like refer us to like, oh, have you read David Goggins' book? Like, I'm not looking for a fucking daddy, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm my own man, you know? So she would, you know, the certain dudes who have podcasts that talk about men's mental health, she wanted me to watch that. I'm like, I'm already doing the mental health work. I already did it. That's why I'm here in LA. If I didn't do the mental health work, I would be in the Bay Area still, bummed out. You know what I mean? So I did the mental work. 3 marathons I ran. I don't need you to refer me to this person, that person. I don't give a fuck about, bro. If your lady's following hella entrepreneurs, you ain't the one, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you should be her entrepreneur. You both should be each other's entrepreneur. You're motivational speakers. You both should be your healers. You both should be your counselors. You both should be having an understanding, understanding type of souls. You guys should both be that way, But people get carried away. Y'all have too many ideas from the world. That's why you can't be yourself. Sometimes when you watch too many different things, okay, just because you guys watch different things and different people, that don't make you different, boy. Look, I don't watch different things. Right now, if I went through my list, I bet you right now, your list has hella blue checks. Like athletes, celebrities, rappers, y'all follow them way more than me. Just saying, you do. I don't have hella blue, all these famous people that you guys follow. So why is it that you guys follow David Goggins, right? But why aren't you a beast like me? If you follow David Goggins, if you read his books, you would be better than me, right? In running. See? That's why I get you motherfuckers. Watch who you follow, cuz. Don't be overdoing it. Don't trying to bypass MJ, trying to follow somebody like that to showcase to the world. Look, I follow David Goggins. Bro, I don't give a fuck, I don't care. The man is dope, I respect the dude. I'm not really fascinated, motivated by what he talks about, because I was talking like him in the Bay Area when I was running. Everybody hated me because they couldn't be me. I was telling all these oppressed motherfuckers, get the fuck out the hood. Stop standing outside in front of your house, your grandmother's house. Fucking get the fuck, let's go run, bro. Let's go to nature, go hike, go bike, go travel, go explore. I was doing all that shit in the Bay Area to showcase that to y'all, you could do it. People think I was showcasing because you can't do it. No, I want you to do it, but you didn't. That's why you're still there. I'm here. So it's all G. I understand. It's crazy because. So what happens with that is they get carried away. Then when I don't listen to them, they think they always watch men who are already successful, who already are speaking in front of the podium, this, that. Bro, to be honest, I don't want to follow somebody who's already successful. I want to be able to understand a person where I connect with them to a point where we face similar struggles, and whatever he did to get to where he needed to get to, it helped me to do whatever I needed to do to get to where I need to get to, That's it. You feel me? So I did my runs, I did my raps, those freestyles when I was by myself. There's so many fucking raps I have hidden in my phone, in my Surface Duo phone. I just can't even explain, like, there's too many. Like, I'm just driving. So what about those days? How many times, how many years I did that rapping by myself? Y'all think that y'all was with me? No, nobody was there with me, bro. I was by myself, doing mental work, doing my emotional, mental, deep work that I need to do, express my heart, you feel me? So I did it through rap, I did it through running, I did it through, beach walks, hiking, biking, fixing bikes. And once I healed through that, then I met cool people and I started making them laugh. It all like worked out for me, but I cannot be compared to your fucking favorite songs. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. Because to be honest, in order for me to like a rapper, they have to be a different person away from the rap game in general. They have to be totally different. Like, you know how Tupac is different than, even though he's black, he can't be compared to any black dudes. I don't care how much tattoos you got, bandana, how much records you sell. You ain't Pac, bro. He cannot be, that's the thing. Like, you cannot do what he does, what he did. You cannot carry yourself like how he carries himself. You feel me? So, and as a human being, Tupac is like way ahead of the game, right? So as a rapper, that's why I don't understand how they're comparing Tupac to all these rap dudes. He shouldn't be compared to rappers. They should compare themselves to him if they could do all the things he does. Act in that short span, lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did at 24, till 24. You should see, you should have the list of stuff you can do and try to do what Pac did, with acting, poetry, rapping, So it's just beyond that. Rap is beyond You know what I mean? Like life is beyond just rap. That's all I meant to say. Life is beyond that, bro. Life is more than just rap. Life is just more than just selling CDs. Life is more than fame. Life is more than fortune. You know what I mean? Life is legacy. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't put in work, you're not going to be recognized. You feel me? So with me, I'd rather die this way being different, you know, and not being someone famous and fucking boring. You know what I mean? And just like look like you're cloned. So I'd rather die being real and different than to be fake and someone that's fucking just a decoy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone. Peace.